Hello everyone and welcome to my next adventure here, and I'd say that in this one I'm going to be showing you guys a sewing machine. And the sewing machine I just got recently. Don't mind about the color. I wasn't looking for color for it, so it's just like if it's pink then it's pink, if it's blue then it's blue, or whatever. I was just looking for a sewing machine at the time to just buy. So, and I was trying to look for a very simple one. So, and I was like, oh, okay, let me see if this one's really simple. So, actually, I went to try it out, and it seems to be, not seems to be, it is extremely simple. And actually, everything's flat out forward, pretty much with it. So, what you actually do is you read the manual, and then you'll know exactly what to do with it next. What they do not tell you is the tools that you're going to need for that. That's what they do not tell you. But yet, it's one of the things that they may tell you in the instruction manual or something like that. They may tell you it and they may not. I don't know. I haven't read that far into it. But I just knew what I needed because I've taken like a sewing class for that and all that kind of stuff. And it all paid off. The skill for that and it all paid off. And of course, the machines are over here right by me. And it will be shown here in a second here. And let's get down to this now I'm going to show you guys actually this is a very simple sewing machine. It's super simple. It's a very beginner's level like. So it's like even somebody who's never done sewing before, you can still get the hang of this machine. That's how simple it is. I got the hang of this machine right away as soon as I got the thing and all that. So this right here is what numbers that do all these over here on the side there. Okay, whatever kind of stitching that you need to do with it. And then there's 3 different kind of stitchings that you would have to do for something to make something machine watchable with this kind of sewing machine. You need to be at number 9 at all times. So number 9 would actually be able to hold the stitching a lot better than if you were to do it any other number on this machine. And this particular sewing machine, yes, that works the best on it. But as long as you don't jam anything down here, down below, or over here in this area, then you're all A-okay with this machine. And once it gets jammed over here, of course, then it'll stop working after that. And you don't want to wait for that, because that's not good for the motor of it. It's only ran by a brushed motor, so it's not ran by a brushless motor. And that brushed motor can only last so long, and then it burns out much quicker than a brushless motor. So keep that in mind. But you don't really sew it that often. It depends on actually how often you use this thing. That's what it comes down to. If you use it very often, then the motor will last not only so many days and all that, then it will die. Or after so many years, then of course it will die again. Every brushed motor is different than the other one. So this one has a different brushed motor in it that may last years, may last 21 days. I don't know exactly how long this machine actually lasts because I just got it not very long ago, and I did a little bit of things with it so far, and it does really does a great job. It does its job though. As you can tell, that I'm going to show you guys actually how to use this thing. It's already threaded for you at first though, but then of course it shows you how to. That's number 1. Then you go to number 2 right there, and then number 3 right there. See that the arrow goes upward, and then you have your number 4 that goes up in there, and then you see that's number 5. You put it right through that little loophole over there. Well, anyways, that you just take it through that little thing right here. That's a little loophole, and then you just come around with that. And so forth, and then you put it down over here, and then you put it right in this little thing over here, actually. And that, of course, I don't have it in there. You don't have to necessarily do that. You can just sew it like this too, so it doesn't matter if you thread it through there or not, because it already. As I didn't demonstrate this. I did demonstrate that earlier, but that's what I did earlier though. But I'm going to demonstrate this again for you guys and show you guys how it works. And of course you need fabric scissors, seam ripper, and a threader. So a threader tool. So those are important. 3 main important tools that you need for sewing. If you're going to be sewing anything else, anything, or basically if it's an inflatable or to an inflatable costume or pants to whatever, etc. Those are just the main primary examples. For example, I have actually repaired inflatable costumes with this thing recently. So I got some of them back and up and running with that. And so not as you can tell though, I'll show those later on in this video then. The inflatable costume that I had to repair. And then of course I'll show you guys what I did with that too. So, and how I did that. It was actually quite easy. I just did the sewing like that with it. It's like, you have to hold your material. Of course I had to hold the material with that. And then you just start right there. Just like that. And then until you reach the end, etc. But yes, this is and then this is a backwards feature to where it goes backwards. But it doesn't like going backwards. So when it goes backwards, though, it just it malfunctions going backwards. Anyways, it doesn't malfunction though. It's just that when it goes backwards, it just locks a little bit. That's about it. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I hope it was really helpful with this sewing machine. And this is one of the stitchings that my sewing machine can do. And I used it on a inflatable costume. This is a inflatable costume I used it on. Because I had to redo what the manufacturer didn't do. In the first place, they should have made that a number 9 in the first place. The stitching in general for the whole entire inflatable costume, and of course locking each and every stitch to make sure that it stays into place and all that, and it wasn't going to unravel anytime soon, kind of thing. And of course, if it was machine washable kind of thing and dryable, it would be a lot more durable. Other words, and of course it would last longer, and then you would actually not have to deal with any problems, really. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this thing machine washable, and dryable, and more durable, so then you can just be able to enjoy it more, and enjoy it a lot longer than 5 years. Than that. It depends on really how often you use the inflatable costume anyway, so that too. So that all varies with that. It all varies. So everyone, this is actually the testing of the stitching of it. This is just testing that. And what I did with the work on this inflatable costume, for example, was in my case, this inflatable costume broke over here, did a big old hole over here, and another huge ginormous hole that just went over there too, on both sides of there. But that's because the manufacturer didn't do a good job on actually the stitching in general. Manufacturers of all inflatable costumes, for like all of them in the nowadays, not for all of them though, but for some of them, the certain ones in the nowadays, just not really that good. They don't stitch it that good. So in other words, it's just not really that good. And it'll just like die within 5 years or so. And then it's like the stitching, of course, you have to restitch it after 5 years. Every 5 years you gotta do some maintenance on the costume, you know, to make it look like it's inflated again and all that. But in order to keep it shape and all that kind of stuff, obviously you gotta keep up with the stitching and make sure that you do it right the second time instead of the manufacturer doing it right the first time kind of thing. That would be the first time. Then it's like you get it right the second time. Meaning, that's what I mean by the second time. And then it's like you get it right your first time for the inflatable costume in general. So, or inflatable or anything else that you want to sew. This is just one of the funny examples of that. So everyone, I would say that in this adventure, I hope you guys enjoyed everything else of all the content that I had over here. So, I would say that, if you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel and you're new, and you would like to subscribe to it, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. button over there and wherever that you'll find it over there. And so, anyways, I say see you guys in my next adventure. Peace out.